Good morning, everyone. I'm Janaki Gattu, and I work as a manager for Geosys Enterprise Solutions Private Limited, an ISO 9001 and 2000 certified organization. And we are also like a ISRI partner company. And today I'm going to present you a topic on tracking COVID-19 using the free and easy to use ArcGIS Earth software. And the agenda for today is basically ArcGIS Earth is a free and an easy to use tool which is helping us to interact with our data in a 3D way. So here we can experience the 3D view of the data, and accordingly we can plan, visualize and evaluate the events on the globe, which will in turn helps us to provide situational awareness on not only desktops but also on your tablets and mobile devices for improved decision making. And in today's Tech Talk, we're going to learn what is this ArcGIS Earth and what is the licensing model of this ArcGIS Earth? What are the features in it? And how do we connect to this ArcGIS Earth? And how this can be connected to our ArcGIS Online account? And how are we going to symbolize the features? And how are we going to see those features in a 3D view that is on the globe? And how are we going to extrude our data so that we can visualize our data in a 3D view? And how we can share our results. So let's see what is ArcGIS Earth. So as I told you, ArcGIS Earth is basically a free software and an easy to use software which is given by ESRI to quickly access the data that is available in ArcGIS Online or in your Living Atlas, or you can upload your own features, or you can use the data from REST services. You can see the data, you can visualize the data on a 3D platform, and you can fuse the data, manipulate the data, and even collaborate the data with 3D for research planning and for preparing time-sensitive presentations. And on which platform this ArcGIS Earth was built? ArcGIS Earth was built on ArcGIS Runtime SDK for .NET. And you can install this ArcGIS Earth not only on your desktops, but it can also be installed on your tablets and on your mobile devices. So let's see what is this ArcGIS Earth here. So basically, if you see here, this is your laptop view, this is your desktop view, and this is your tablet or mobile view here. And you can see the features, you are seeing it in a 3D, all the features. And here we can use the native KML editor with high-end 3D analytical capabilities. We can collaboratively use the data which is already available in the ArcGIS Online platform or on your Living Atlas. And it is basically a complete GIS system for globe-based data exploration and communication. So what data can you see here? So you can actually see the KML data that is by default. But apart from that, you can also upload your own data, which is in the form of GPX points, in the form of a text file, in the form of a CSV file. And you can also have your base maps, and you can change your base maps depending on your requirement, and you can actually understand the context of that particular features, the geological features which is available on the ground. And this is also compatible with the Open Geospatial Consortium standards. And most of the people are using ArcGIS Pro these days. So you can prepare your data in ArcGIS Pro as a scene package .mspk, and you can add the data into your ArcGIS Earth, and you can visualize the data here in a 3D view. So you can add data from your ArcGIS Online, you can add your data from ArcGIS Enterprise, and you can add the data from your open source features like WFS, WCS, and all. And coming to the licensing part of this ArcGIS Earth. ArcGIS Earth is free for download and where do you get this ArcGIS Earth? How do I download it? So here there are 4 options from where you can download this. So you click on this ArcGIS Earth. So you directly can type ArcGIS Earth on your Google platform, google.com, and you'll be able to find ArcGIS Earth, and you can directly go to your ArcGIS Earth here, and you will have the option to download the feature. So you can visualize, edit the KML, and you can share the data on your 3D globe as you are able to see here. So that is one option. And the second option is you can directly go to your Microsoft Store. So you can go to the Microsoft Store on your Windows platform. And you can search for ArcGIS Earth. And the Microsoft Store platform will give you the application. As I've installed from Microsoft Store, it is showing me that it has been installed on my system. So in the same way, like you can click here and you can get that installed. And like the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes, like you can go there and search for ArcGIS Earth, and you'll be able to download that on your mobiles. Now, ArcGIS Earth. So what we can do with this ArcGIS Earth? Basically, you can anyway display your KML data or KMZ data where you have created in other systems like Google Earth Pro or some other systems where you have created the data. Now you can also create this data for the offline capability, offline use. It is not like just when you only have the internet connection you can use it. No, you can save your data for the offline use and you can use that data. And this ArcGIS Earth is having lot of analytical capability tools. Like you can see the line of sight, you can see the elevation profile of a given location, and you can create different presentations. You can take like the snapshots and for your briefings, and you can easily create your data point line and polygon features, or you can import the features either in KML or in your GPX or in your text file or a CSV file or in REST APIs, and you can edit those features in the globe. And even you can aggregate these features and you can share your content on the web. And this ArcGIS Earth is also having the capability to explore the features underground, and you can also view the building information models and CAD files in a prominent way in this ArcGIS Earth. And as I told you, like you'll be able to see an elevation profile. If you see, there is a light blue colored line which is drawn here, and this is showing the elevation capability, the elevation profile of the line which is drawn on the on the ArcGIS Earth. And here you can see the elevation profile, how it is varying from the starting of this blue colored line to the ending of this blue colored line. So we'll see like when we are into the demonstration, we'll see how we can generate this. So, and it is not just like the software as it is you can use, but it can also be personalized. Personalized means you can do various kinds of changes in the settings, like you can change the units of measurement, the speed of navigation, right? And you can have a different customized startup view, and you can change between a different WebMarketer or WGS84, and you can clear, you can save the features, and you can bookmark places that you frequently visit. So if you see here, there are a lot of things that you can actually change. So here, if you see, you have the location, you have the distance unit, so you can change it as per your requirement. And earlier, when we are talking about the licensing model, I was also talking with you about the ArcGIS Earth is also available on Android and iOS platforms, right? So when you install it on your mobile devices, it would be almost the same as you're viewing on my desktop. So you can actually browse your 2D data and 3D data. You can connect to ArcGIS Online. You can connect to ArcGIS Enterprise account, or you can access the local data which is there on your mobile. You can create tours. You can create place marks. You can create line features, you can create polygon features, you can bookmark the features, and you can view the data in 3D. So let's start with the demonstration. So for this, what I have to do is I have to go here and I have to see for the feature for the application which I have installed, which is ArcGIS Earth. So as I've already installed, I have this. So just click on this application. Okay. Um, can you see this is my first view of my ArcGIS Earth, which you are seeing here. And it is basically an interactive 3D experience which will help us to basically have a 3D experience to plan our data, to visualize the data, and to evaluate the data on the globe. And as you have already seen that it is basically a free software and an easy to use software. And even a person without any knowledge on GIS, he will be able to explore and he will be able to start using the software right from the day one. And it is not only available on desktop and mobiles, but it will also help us to make informed decisions and for a better decision making. Okay. So can you see here you have a search tab. So like normally how do we search for the data or for the search for the location? You can actually search for that location here. So if you want to see like Himalaya, you can see here. And you can clearly see. I'll zoom out a bit and you'll be able to see the terrain properly. So I have just taken Himalayas as an example so that we can see the elevations and all properly. So if you want, I can exaggerate to 3 at the maximum level and you'll be able to see the highs and lows in this particular surface. You can see the highs and lows. This is the water body that is flowing here, and these are all like all hills in Himalayas. So you are able to see the 3D view of it. So this search will help you to find out the location. And if you want to come back to the normal globe view, you can just click on this home and you will be able to come back to the globe view. Okay. So again, I'm going back here. Okay. Now, if you want to add your data, you can add the data like how we add in our ArcGIS desktop and ArcGIS Pro or in ArcGIS Online. In the similar way, you can add the data from here. And if you see, you can add the data from ArcGIS Online, or you can add your own data, or you can add the data from a APIs like the REST API. If you have an URL, you can give the URL. If you have like the web services, you can pick up the web services, or you can use the OGC services. If you have a shapefile, you can upload the shapefile. If you have a CSV text file or GPX file, so you can take that particular URL here and you can upload it here. Or if you have your own data, you can use the add files button here. And you can select the files and you can take the KML shape files, text files, scene packages, style packages. So you can take the files that you have on your machine. And if you wanted to take the data from ArcGIS Online, you can choose ArcGIS Online and connect to ArcGIS Online. You can access the data which is already created by you and is stored in your My Content folder, or you can access the data from Living Atlas or your ArcGIS online account. So today's topic is tracking COVID-19 using 3D symbology in ArcGIS Earth. So with respect to the COVID-19 cases, so we should be able to take the data and we should be able to work on the data. So as the data is available online, because this coronavirus study has been extensively done by John Hopkins uh, University, and they have prepared a very nice dashboard for understanding the statistics of deaths, confirmed cases, and uh, other features like whatever we have in this COVID-19. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the data from the John Hopkins pandemic data, whatever they have. So for which, like, I need to go to this Living Atlas, and I'll take the data, I'll search the data here for COVID-19 cases. So I have this a lot of information here, but I'm going to, I just wanted to take the data of coronavirus. So I'm just taking cases which are pertinent within USA region. So I can go here and then I can click the data just for the USA region, or else if you want for the entire globe, you can take the data from here. But I just wanted to confine the data to USA region. So I'm just taking this and I'm clicking here plus. So now my globe will navigate to USA region and it will overlay the COVID-19 cases in the USA. And if you see here, these are the COVID-19 cases in USA. I'm just closing this. These many cases have been there. So if you click on this, you'll get the information pop up and it will give you like the region where you have clicked, and the last update, the coronavirus cases when it was last updated, and the confirmed cases in that area, and the number of deaths, and the state code, and the other additional information. Okay, so these are the cases that I have here. So I can use this cases for the demonstration for now. And now we are going to see the cases, and we are going to see that in a 3D view, for which like I need to change my symbology. First, let's see, like, as the data is added, so where do we find the data? How do we change the symbology? So if you see here, so you have the first icon showing the expand table of contents. When I expand the table of contents, I have this COVID-19 cases for USA, and you can see the legend. So the smaller one, the smaller dot will show you the less number of features, as the more number of cases it is showing in a bigger circle. Okay, so I'm going to this cases and just right click on the COVID cases, and if you want to change the symbology, if you want to see the properties, you can see the properties. So if you see, the source of the data is taken from ArcGIS online account because it is already there. So we have clicked on that item, we have taken that. And as we have confined the data to USA region, so the total number of features in USA is 3,202. And if you see here, these were the cases based on, it is aggregating the features and it is taking, as such you are able to see only 3,202. And now we are going to change the symbology here based on the confirmed number of cases. So I'm right clicking here and I'm going to, right click here and click on symbology. Okay, so I want to see the symbology based on the confirmed cases. Even it is showing us the same features. And I want to see that confirmed cases based on counts and amounts. So if the number of cases are less, it should show me with a small dot, and if the number of cases are increasing, the size of the dot should increase. So that is what I wanted. And here, next, coming to the symbol style. So this is what the color ramp is as of now. So if you want to change it to a different format, you can change it to a different format. If you want to see both the low features and high features in a different color, yes, you can set your own symbology. And if you want to give your own classes, here I have taken 9 classes. Maybe you want to give only 8 classes, you can give 8 classes. So accordingly, it will get adjusted and it will get loaded up. So as it is 3D, it takes time to render the data, and it takes the time to render the data. Okay, so 1 second. I'm just right clicking here, going to symbology. And this is my symbology for now. Now what I can do is, if you want to decrease the transparency, you can decrease the transparency. If you want to increase, you can increase the transparency. So if you want to adjust the scale, you can adjust the scale. If you want to give it by number, you can give it by number. So how do you do that is, you can see here, configure individual classes. If you want to change the individual classes, you can change the individual classes, and you can give your own range. What is the upper value? Like maybe you want to give us a 500 here as upper value. So yes, you can do that. If you want to give 5,000, you can give 5,000, and accordingly you can change all the values here. And then these are your settings. So if you want to change the symbology, or if you want to change the color, whatever, you can change the color as well here, and you can change the size of it. Just like I want to, maybe I would like to increase the size. So I can increase the size here, and I can click on OK. So the more number of cases, if I wanted to see in the highlighted view, I can see it here. And coming to the extrusion of the values, come here, and I wanted to see all these values based on the confirmed number of cases. So I'm going to the absolute height, and I'm going to take the field as a confirmed cases. And with this, you'll be able to see your data here in the 3D view. As it is on the network, it is little slow. Just hold on. You can see the data in 3D view here. Okay, so for better visibility, what I'll do is, I'll just go to the settings and I'll change the value. Now, if you see here, you can see there are more number of cases, the confirmed cases in the west side of USA, and on the east side there were cases, but those are not, like, a very less number of cases have been registered, and the more number of cases have been registered on the west side. And if you see dark red one, you will be able to see what is the area in California in USA. You have these many confirmed number of cases, 12,32,727, and the number of deaths are 23,872. and it was last updated at 7:51 a.m. on 30th April 2021. And if you want to share this data, so you have an option for sharing the data. You can save the data as an image. When you click here, it will ask saving the image. So you can save the image as a JPG file, or when you click on share, you can email this, or you can print this particular image, whatever you are seeing here. And if I wanted to change the base map, I can change the base map. Okay, and you can also use, this is using the terrain elevation service, elevation 3D from ArcGIS itself, ArcGIS online account. And if you have like other 3D features like which you want to have the elevation as your base map, yes, you can add that as well. So for now, this is the one. I'm going back here. So now I have shown you for how to visualize the features of COVID-19 on ArcGIS Earth. Not on just like the COVID-19 cases, but you can also take various types of data if you want to see like the crime rate in a given area, and if you want to see where more number of cases are there, you can actually follow the same pattern which I've shown you here. Or if you want to see like where the pollution rate is very high, and if you want to see that how it is actually changing, so you can also use this. And I just wanted to show you a few options here. So if you want to draw point, line and polygon features, you can draw point, line and polygon features here. And if you want to measure, you can actually measure, you can identify. Let us suppose if you click somewhere on your map, it will show you the location. And if you want to measure the distance, so just mark it and it will show you the distance, and you can change it into various units which you like. And even if you want to measure the map distance, yes, you can do that, measuring the map distance. And you have the circle, if you want to take a circle, yes, you can take it with the radius like you have here. And you can measure the perimeter and area of a polygon. If you are able to draw, you can measure the perimeter and area of this location. And in the similar way, you have interactive analysis. If you want to see the elevation profile, or if you want to see the line of sight and view shed of a particular feature, you can see that. So I'll show you. Let's go to the Himalayas. I'm just removing this and I'm going here. So let us suppose if I wanted to see the elevation profile of this particular area, yes, you can see that. Click on this interactive analysis, as I've told you, like critical tools. So click on this elevation profile and draw a line across this, and you'll be able to see the elevation profile that is being generated. And you can see like from where the height is starting and how it has been increasing, and where it has more elevation and where it is coming down. So all these features you will be able to see here. And as I told you, if you want to share the information, you can share the information here. So any other queries? So we are open to questions now. So if you have any queries, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me. Please raise your hand. Could you please explain? 1 second, let me see like what are your queries are. If you have any, please type the questions in the chat box. Okay. Could you please explain the similarities and difference between ArcGIS Explorer and ArcGIS Earth? Basically, this ArcGIS Earth has it is meant exclusively for 3D capabilities. So there are a lot of applications, web applications coming up these days with the 3D capabilities. So in order to meet the needs of this 3D capabilities, so they have come up with a new product called ArcGIS Earth, and they're also trying to include a lot of interactive tools as I've shown you, the line of sight or the elevation profile or the view shed. I mean, it is still in the process of getting up with more number of tools, and it is connected to ArcGIS Online. And even you can access the data from ArcGIS Living Atlas, and you can access the REST APIs, the data from the REST APIs as well. And ArcGIS Explorer is a desktop tool. Yeah. So, and moreover, this ArcGIS Explorer is basically a desktop tool, and it is basically used for viewing the data in lot of scenarios. But this ArcGIS Earth is more interactive, and you can plan, visualize, and you can even draw the features on ArcGIS Earth, and you can visualize the data. Basically, this supports the enterprise environment. As this is a new tool, it is supporting the enterprise visualization capabilities. So any other questions, you can raise your hand and you can ask us questions. You can unmute yourself now. And yeah, whatever we have shown you, this ArcGIS Earth is the very recent version which has been released this month only. So that is the latest version which we have demonstrated you today. Madam, in profile, is it possible to make a mention about the 3D view? I mean, could you please clarify your question? I did not get your question. You can unmute and speak, else you can write your question here. Okay, labeling of elevation. See, these are the only capabilities that we have as of now. So once we have the other capabilities and features we have here, we'll be able to label all this. As of now, we have this informational pop-ups which we have. So when you click on informational pop-ups, it will give you all the attribute information that it is having as of now.
Madam.
Yes. Yes, please tell me. No. You're on mute, so we are not able to hear you. So we will take an image, may not be an image, we can take a file. Like here it is not an image. What I have given you the elevation when there are more number of confirmed cases in a given region. So if you want to use the ArcGIS scene information, ArcGIS scene packages, yes, you can use the ArcGIS scene packages. You created in ArcGIS Pro, that will be created as a .msp files, and those files you can add it here as a scene package. And not only the scene package, but you can also use the tile packages as well, and you can view your data here in 3D view.
Madam, hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, madam. Actually, now you have drawn the the profile across the Himalaya. So similarly, in COVID case also, if we draw a profile from west to east or east to west, so we can see the variation in the the COVID cases in different places. The profile can be used for that also.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Okay,
It's not clearly audible. Yeah,
okay,
please type your question. Please type.
okay.
So I request participants, if you have a question, I request you to please put it on your chat box. I'll answer you all your questions now. Can we draw a profile over COVID cases and find out the variations over US? This profile view is basically of elevation. Here, just we have extruded the data. We have not used the elevation model here. We have not used the elevation. We have just extruded the data. We have just changed the capability of your viewing rather than in a 2D. Because if you see in 2D, everything is a dot.
Yeah.
Or everything is a just a line, and you never know where there are more cases, where there are less cases. Even for a non-technical person, if he sees a map, he will be able to easily identify. Yeah, it's very thick red in color at this particular place, and the bar is very high. So based on that, he can simply say there can be more number of cases in this particular area. It is not just meant for a technical person, but also meant for the non-technical persons. Because in a map, you can, it is obviously the end output that how we are going to present will always make a difference.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So any other questions? Thank you, sir. So are there any specific topics that you people are looking out like, because we are doing these tech talks very frequently, almost every week. So I would like to see like what are the kind of topics that you're looking forward. Next session, explain map analysis in Python, GeoPandas, and Seaborn plots. Yeah. So now we're sending you a feedback form on your emails. So I request all of you to please fill out the feedback form and let us know like how this tech talk was and what kind of topics that you're looking forward. And based on your feedback, like we'll definitely plan ourselves to align with what is that you're looking forward. And I think there are no more questions. So for any other queries that you have, you can directly email me on janki@geosysenterprise.com, And you can also reach us on our mobile number and on WhatsApp number 9493880670. And you can also visit our website www.geosys.co.in. And we also run frequent training batches on various kinds of GIS training. So if you wanted to know more about the details, you can contact on those which I have shown you, and the front desk people will be able to help you out with the consent courses if you are looking out for any. So please, I request all of you to give your feedback, and that will help us to improve our tech talks going forward. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.